numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Let's go, baby.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. Finding fouls complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. A 1st down carry now for Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
We got heavy. Everybody scoot up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got one.
We're scoreless after 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 84 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Past the 20. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. From the red zone now, Watson.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 27, Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Elliott. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath to add the extra point. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon. And they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. From the gun, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson looks to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's 3rd and short. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, kill. Watch it slap, watch it slap.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. This to Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
Kill. 27. 26.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go to Elliott again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Let's go, D. Double time. You got three down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Getting out a ton of success. Here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
There you go. Line in.
Check 41. Go.
26.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in.
And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35. A throw out wide to QT, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
46. 19.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson, he's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Watson on third down. And he's got Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, it's Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
First down, Texans.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again on second down, Watson. It's caught, it's Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On fourth down, Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mike. Here we go. Flying in.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go. Flying in.
41 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.